Hello, welcome to the Joe Cortez Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada. The entertainment, the boxing capital of the world, and everything else. I mean, we have so much going on in Las Vegas. It's unbelievable. But welcome again to our show, our co-host, Shelly Stevens.
Hey,
and today
everybody.
we have a special guest, none other than Leah Roberts. Leah Roberts is the Honorary Consul, Ambassador to Romania. And we have her here. Give me the title, exact title.
Yes, what's the correct
Honorary
title?
Consul General.
Oh,
Yes.
General.
Of
No,
Romania.
she got promoted.
I love
Well,
it.
the first time I met her, I mean, I met Leah Roberts, and I go back 30-some odd years here in
Yes.
Las Vegas. When I first got to Vegas 34 years ago, she was one of my first friends, and we always used to hang out together, whether it was my house, whether it was Sandy and Roger Pelton's house, or different events all the time. Leah, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Joe. I'm very, very honored. As I was mentioned before, it is a privilege to be on this show along with Shelly. But I'm thinking about you that I've known you for such a long time, and you never changed. Absolutely never changed. You're the same Joe that I met many, many years ago.
I try, you know me, I've always got to try to help people. I got a good heart, and I try to do the right things in life.
That's right. That you
know,
have always done that.
From day one, when I first started, I said, I don't go the wrong way to make sure I don't make any mistakes.
True.
My mother guided me the right way. There's a fighter named Gaspar Ortega who moved to my neighborhood, New York City, Manhattan. He's the one that got me on the right track, make sure I didn't go into drugs, gangs, or any wrong doing things in life. And I made it, and I went into the Army when I was 18, you know, and it's been an honor. And I've done so many things in life. It's just been amazing. But meeting you was an amazing part of my life, too, because Leah Roberts, you know, it's always, I mean, when I see you, it's always so beautiful, always dressed. You're one of the
You're very
nicest
kind.
dressers. You dress so nice. Every time, that nice, beautiful outfit like you have on today,
Thank you.
you know? You always,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're like the queen.
She is a queen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Joe. Indeed, it was 30-some years ago when we met, when during Congressman Gibbons' campaign, and later on he became the governor.
Yeah.
And that's when we met at one of the fundraisers for him at his house, because I was doing his campaign at that time in the southern Nevada and his wife in the northern Nevada.
Then we had one in my house, right?
Yes, exactly.
We had
It's
about 150 people there.
Oh my God, I don't think so. I think there were many more than that, because we were not only in the house, but in that huge backyard of yours on El Capitan, because I'll never forget.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was a big place. We lived there for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
I still own it, still have it. And I still have this place. Was 20,000 square foot home on 5 acres, a big place. But I don't have to brag about that. It's not about me. I will brag about you, about your
Don't
friendship.
brag about me.
Yeah. So, you know,
I want to know how you got the title, and tell me, what does that mean? What do you have to do? What are your duties?
Oh, yes, that is a very good question, because a lot of people wonder, what is that honorary consul general? Yeah, there are two words or three words that they are interesting coming together. Honorary, that means, first of all, that I am not paid.
Okay.
For what I'm doing, which is a very interesting thing. Yes, and it's an honor to represent Romania in the state of Nevada. That's the first thing that it is. And then like I mentioned, I do not get paid. I do everything on my own time and my own money, and all the events and everything I do. And I represent Romania, being like Joe said something right there, says ambassador. It's a kind of ambassador of Romania to the state of Nevada, because we are designated by the states as honorary consuls. And as far as everything is concerned, relationships with the officials, which is one of the reasons that I was appointed, because I had a very strong relationship with officials in the state ever since, because I've been an honorary consul for 27 plus years now.
Wow.
So I go back a long ways. And as far as the economic situations are concerned, relationships between the two countries on economic level and political level, and culture and music and whatever else it is about. We just try to put Romania on the map of Nevada, as I like to say that, because Romania is a wonderful country with wonderful customs, and we would like for people in Nevada to know about it, and because only this way people can create friendships and can create bridges, because that's what it is, a bridge between the two, Romania and the state of Nevada, between the two places, I would call them, because they are not countries, so to speak.
That's beautiful.
But in any case, this is what it is, and what I've been doing for the 6th of February. They've been 27 years since I've been doing this. So I'm very proud and I'm very honored in the same time.
And you're very active, so very active in everything you do here. Now you have an event coming up this month?
Yes, I have an event. As a matter of fact, I'm proud to say that I'm one of the initiators of the Romanian Orthodox Church,
Yes.
which is the only church in Romanian Orthodox Church in the whole state of Nevada.
Oh.
And it is called St. George and St. Dimitri the New Romanian Orthodox Church. And proud to say that this year, I have the anniversary, 30th anniversary since the inception of this church.
Wow.
On the 8th of May, 1995, that happened. So
Right.
we had the anniversary. And of course, as I mentioned before the show, both of you are invited and both of you have accepted. So we all will be there on the
Yay.
27th of this month.
And you also
wait.
have an event where Mike Leonetti have an event coming up at your church?
We had already an event with Mike Leonetti on the 1st of March, and also at the church, because we have a beautiful place there. The church you'll see,
Yeah.
and with a stage and everything. And yes, we had a absolutely fantastic. Everybody was absolutely flabbergasted how gorgeous that event was and how beautiful everybody.
You have another one coming up?
And the one that's coming up is going to be later in the fall, on the 8th of November. So also with Mike Leonetti, that's going to put it up. So.
And me and Wesley are doing something there too.
And with her as one of the greatest entertainers.
Oh, she
Yes.
is so sweet.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling you.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
We actually met, about a week ago? No, it was Sunday. Yes.
Sunday.
It was at Michael Leonetti's party, and he had so many incredible people there. But this woman right here, when we met, we just locked eyes and hearts and just became like best friends.
It was instant love.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It was.
Yes,
And we've been
yes.
talking ever since.
I'm sorry for not being able to come to your husband's
That's okay.
birthday party,
Don't
but
worry about
it
it.
ended the county, because I had an issue at the county, one of the
Yeah.
planning commissions, and it ended at 8:45. That's when that lady was my item, and I
Yeah.
said, by the time I get there,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
of course.
go to a closed door, so I don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
actually-
But I bought you a bottle of Romanian wine for
I
him.
know. I can't
So
wait to get
yes,
home
and one
have
for
some.
Joe.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, you have to have Joe bring you to Lola's one Saturday
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, we had to go to. She performs at the Lola's in Summerlin every
We
Saturday
are
night.
looking forward to
Every
come
Saturday night, I go there every Saturday night to support them. And
Absolutely.
They put on a heck of a show.
Yes, yes. Well, she's a showgirl.
Yeah, yeah.
And all her rights.
So is she.
Yeah. So Leah, Ms. Roberts, you have now you've been involved in so much in here in Las Vegas. Well, I respect you so much. That's why I call you Ms.
Joe.
Roberts. But we're like brothers and sisters. Baby.
Exactly.
We go
So I'm Leah and you're Joe.
we got so many years. We have mutual friends. It was Sandy and Roger Pelton.
Exactly.
They used to do events, whether it was their house or it was my house. We had big events. We had real special events all the time.
Yes, we did. I remember very vividly the event that we had on many years ago in 2008 at the Hilton.
Yeah.
That was Hilton at that time, and we had Sandy.
Sandy.
The lovely lady that God rest her in peace.
She had the
put
event.
she put it up for me because I had guests here, the Crown Princess of Romania with her husband Prince Radu,
Right.
and we had the event of the year. Some lady, I'm sure you remember Tony Hart.
Yes.
Tony Hart was at the event as well, and she told me, Leah, she said, I've been at several inaugurations, presidential inaugurations.
Right.
I said, but this is the best event I've been since one of those that took place many, many years ago. So I was very flattered about that. But of course, Sandy had a...
She had a touch for a knack for a way to do everything was high class. Everything was
Exactly.
brilliant. The tables,
Exactly.
the decoration, the party, the event,
Yes.
everything was.
And another thing that you remember, we had Siegfried and Roy at that event.
Oh.
Because Siegfried really wanted to be coming to this event because he had a sister who lived in Romania at that time. I'm talking about that time. She was been there for 14 years at that time, and she was a nun, and she started about 14 orphanages in Romania.
Oh, how
And
wonderful.
Siegfried was saying, I said, you have no idea how much money she gets out of me for buying one more bus for one of the more orphanages for her Romanian endeavor. She moved back to Germany since,
Yeah.
she's been in Romania for 14 years. 1 year, one orphanage.
Wow.
Yeah. It was fabulous.
So what do you have coming up now in the near future? What's coming up next for you?
Well, right now we are going to have this event that I just mentioned.
Yeah.
That is the anniversary of, and it's also the namesake of the church, because St. George is on the 23rd in the Orthodox calendar, is on the 23rd of April. So we're going to celebrate that, which we celebrate every year anyway. And now we're going to have this wonderful celebration when we are going to have the mayor and the lieutenant governor and our councilman, our lieutenant governor, and of course Joe Cortez and Miss Shelly. They are going to be there, and also we're going to have other interesting people that you're going to be glad to meet. As a matter of fact, we're going to have Dr. Jacobs, that we were at the same event just 10 days ago.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Jacobs. That's a great thing that they have coming up with Don Montano, who's involved with
Exactly.
the.
He's going to be there. He's
gonna be
Don, and the entire crew.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. That's why I like to bring people on the show. I had him on my show a couple of months ago, Don Montano, talking about his. They're working with the scientists with the dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and diabetes and heart conditions. What kind of medication for cure for that? You know what I mean? There's always somebody working with something to get it discovered, and hopefully Mr. Montano and Dr. Jacobs can come up with something for type 2 diabetes, which is something like the way they explained to us at the luncheon.
That's right.
They had on the big screen explain everything careful, and some of his patients were there in person too.
Yeah. We were at that event together. As a matter of fact, our tables were next to each other, Joe's and mine, and it was a very interesting thing, because it's a breakthrough.
Yeah.
And what now we would like to do is to make Nevada the first state that where this choice to try a new medicine it's going to be possible, because right now it isn't. They have to go to Virgin Islands, believe it or not, to try this medicine on willing people. People from the United States go to Virgin Islands to try that, because that's their last hope. And we had there several people who have been regressed the disease, and they were there, and the families were absolutely elated by the progress that they made with this new medicine that they are on the process of.
It is some kind of a spray put into the nose.
Yes, and that is the most interesting. That's exactly right, because you don't swallow it, you don't put it on your or something. It is something you just spray it in your nose,
like a nose spray.
Because everything, this is about the brain. Everything we are talking about here is about the brain. Everything starts from the brain.
It regenerates the vessels that are dying in you. That's why you get dementia. You start forgetting.
Yes.
If we get all the vessels in your brain, they start to deteriorate. This here brings it back to life.
Exactly. Have you ever seen this gadget? I did.
Yeah.
I mean, it is like a nose spray. That you spray in your nose.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Twice a day, once in the morning, once at night.
Yeah.
That's better than swallowing a pill.
Yes, much better.
I want to talk with one so we can do one so my hair can grow out again.
Oh, well, I tell you, you know what? I tell you, it's an interesting thing that you said, because the other night at Mike Leonetti's 50th anniversary party, 50th show anniversary party, it was a gentleman there who had beautiful, beautiful white hair, it was unbelievable. My husband was very jealous on his hair.
Is he the saxophone player that plays with his band?
No, it was another guy. I don't remember his name. But in any case, speaking of hair, he said that he had. I said, you have a beautiful hair. And he said, I'm very proud of it, because it cost me very little, because of the way I finagled with everything than when I paid. But it was done many years ago, and you would have never in your life imagined that was a transplant.
Wow.
Just because they said they took it from here, from behind. It was full hair. It was, Joe, there's hope for you.
I'm happy the way I am. I mean, it just, I always say a little powder and paint will make you look like what you ain't. You know, I like the way I am. I'm happy.
You never
We
changed.
like it too.
And all these many years, the many decades that I've known you, you did not change. So
Yeah.
don't do anything.
No,
don't
he's
do
perfect
anything
the way he is.
because you're conserved already.
And I still got a little spark of the old flash.
Yes, he does.
You know, I keep myself going. You know, one thing about me, Leah, you know, I've always been caring and loving with everybody. I love people from both walks of life. That's why I bring people on my show, just to try to help them get started. You know, I don't look to do anything that's not going to be comfortable for our guests. I bring you on, so we want to educate the viewers out there on what my guests are. What are you doing in your life? People want to know about Leah Roberts. What are your duties? What do you do? And this is why I be Shelly. When I first met her and her husband, I said, you know, she seems like the kind of person I could use as a co-host because she's very intelligent,
Yes,
very
very true.
pretty,
Yeah.
very talented. I said, I think I co-host. Me by myself was okay, but I like it better. Twice as nice as they call themselves. Her and her husband, they call themselves twice as nice, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
That's
their
good.
name for
That's good.
entertainment.
Yeah.
But anyway, Leah, tell me now, you're doing that event coming up this later on this month, and you've been doing the your duties as with the Honorary Consul to the Romania so many years. I mean, have they given you the crown of a queen? Because to me, you are like the queen.
She
of all.
is.
No, Joe. I do a lot of things because everything that I have been doing ever since I came to this country, well, pretty soon it will be 46 years, it was because God was very good to me, Joe. Was very good to me. And I consider that I have to, it is my honor to just honor God back in a way, so to speak, because I want to give back to the community, to the level that I am at.
Right.
I am in this world, to give back how much I can possibly give.
Yeah.
And everything I have been doing, because I was so very lucky, it is done without any remuneration of any kind.
Right.
I'm also on the board of the Philharmonic as yes. I'm also on the. I've been for many years, for about I say 20 years, on the Nuclear Projects Commission,
Okay.
being. Maybe you don't know, but you find out now. I am an engineer. I'm a geologist. I have a degree in geology.
You have told me
and
that before.
yes, and master in geotechnical engineering, and that's one of the reasons I'm on this commission of nuclear projects, Yucca Mountain, and who knows what else.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm very involved in my church. Needless to
Right.
say, at the highest level, our metropolitan, who is in Chicago, he's the metropolitan for both North and South America. We have churches in both on both North and South American continent,
Right.
and I'm involved in that, and I'm involved in the politics a little bit. You probably remember when I went to Romania 21 years ago, and I tried to run for president of Romania. I was third in line, so it wasn't bad. Yes, so that was it. So
We've been around a lot of political events, you and I. You know, I've been, if you don't want to know, with President Bush, and numerous occasions where I met when I was a delegate for the Republican Party, and I was a Democrat one time. I was very good friends with Bill Clinton, and with President Carter. I spent days with these guys. You know, I mean, I spent time with Carter. I spent a whole 6 hours with him one day. Another time I spent a whole day with President Clinton up at the White House. But one special event for me was when I went to when I got a call from the White House one day. They said, "Joe, we want you to greet the president. He's coming on Air Force One to Las Vegas, and you're going to greet him." I said, "Me?" They said, "Yes, you're going to greet him. When he gets off the plane, you're going to be there to shake his hand, welcome to Nevada." It was President President Gwynn, and Lieutenant Governor Lorraine Hunt,
right,
and myself, and Brian Sandoval, who was Attorney General at the time, and a gentleman who was the captain of the fire department of Nevada, 5 of us. But the president came down the stairs. He came up to me first. He said, "Hey, Joe, when you refereeing again?" Everybody looked like,
that
what?
was fantastic. I remember that. I remember that.
That was an honor for me to be. You know, I had a clean life. You had all kinds of clearance to make sure you'd be with the president, to meet him on the talk. Coming off the plane, you got to be to shake his hand as soon as he comes down the steps.
That's a great honor.
It was a great honor, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of President Bush, I don't know if you know or not, but I was the second in line when it came to being an ambassador of the United States to Romania.
Really?
Yes, but it was a choice in the end between a career diplomat and a political appointee.
Yeah.
And I would have been the political appointee, and due to prior administrations, they decided to have a career diplomat instead. So, but which I became very good friends with that person at that time. So, yeah. I'm very proud to have been in that position and be considered for that.
We're very proud of you. You know, we want our viewers to know that we want you to like, share, and subscribe to this show, because this show, we do it because we love you guys. We want you guys to understand what we're trying to do here in Las Vegas with Leo Robert, Shelly Stevens, and myself. We're here to put on a show every week to make sure everybody gets informed of the good things we're doing in life. You know, we don't knock anybody. We don't criticize anybody. We like to be like a little family. Lee and I go back on my 22 years at least. You know, when I first I moved to Las Vegas 34 years ago.
Yeah,
and you were one of my first friends that I've had here.
That's right.
And we spent so much time together. Unbelievable, man.
Yes.
And having you on the show today is an honor.
It is an honor to be here, Joe, and I thank you very much, and Shelly as well. So I'm looking forward to see you at the end of the month at my church. Oh. So you'll just have some pictures for next time.
Speaking of your church, I want to know, what exactly does the word Orthodox mean? Because when I Googled you and looked on your Wikipedia, and everything was like Orthodox, and I never really knew what that exactly meant.
Okay, orthos in Greek means right. You know, orthopedic.
Right, okay.
It makes your feet right again, good again.
Okay.
Orthodontist, it makes your teeth good again.
Oh, that's right.
And
okay.
Orthodox, it's the doxa is, that means a
that's the right thing.
It's a right. It's a like a how should I say that? Something that is established, so that's what it is.
Yeah.
Doxa. Orthodox is the right one.
Oh,
the right
okay.
one. Why is that? We don't, like Joe said, we don't run anybody down. But 2,000 years ago, with Jesus Christ, the Orthodox Church was the one that started with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with the 12 apostles and everything else. And Orthodox, and you know, in 1054. The politics between the Eastern Roman Empire, which was the Byzantine Empire, and Rome, which was the Roman Empire, so to speak, because everything that's too big, it breaks at one point in time.
Right.
So in 350 something, it just kind of separated into eastern part, which was the Byzantine Empire, with the power there, and that's where it was where the bishop of the Orthodox Church was, the initial church, the one that was for over 1,000 years.
Okay.
It broke, and the Pope and they decided in Rome that we want to have our own boss here, religious boss. So they made it was a big schism, it's called, in 1054, and that's from here. Started the Catholic Church. So this is the Orthodox, the right one, the one that started with 2,000 years ago. And in the South, as in 54, it just the Catholic Church branched off. They are extremely close. As a matter of fact, we in the Orthodox Church recognize the baptismal in the Orthodox Church. People get married. It is incorporated. Yes, we treated them as the same.
Oh,
there's an Orthodox church in Manhattan on 94th Street between Madison and Fifth Avenue. I used to walk through there because I go to Central Park to do my road work. I used to run when I was fighting. I used to go in front of the Orthodox church every morning. It was 94th Street, 94th Street between Madison and Fifth Avenue. A beautiful Orthodox church. Been there for many years.
Yes. But when you're going to be at our church, St. George churches, you're going to see it because it's all painted inside, and it's a little different. It's just the initial way, the traditional way.
How many years now? 50 years or 35 years?
30.
30 years.
30 years. That's our anniversary. You're going to participate.
I can't wait to see it.
Yes.
Oh,
We're looking forward to that.
So that's what Orthodox means. The right precept, so to speak.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
I
that's
love
what
it.
it is.
I
So
love
because
it.
it's the initial one, that's not the right one because it started that way.
yeah.
So anyway, that's I'm glad that you asked that because I gave you a little bit of
I
history
love
of
the
the word
history lesson.
orthos.
Yes,
Orthos. Yes.
We also have a mutual friend, Ronald Garville, who's a boxer from Romania. And I called him on the way over. I said, let me give him a call, but he probably is working out. He's a good boxer.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be fighting for a world title, a worldwide championship. Yes, a small title, but I wanted to see him get the world boxing Consul title, the green belt, or the WBO, IBF, or WBA. He's a good fighter, and what a nice gentleman. As a gift, I gave him a big, heavy bag that I had in my head, extra heavy bag to hit on. All nice, beautiful leather, 150-pound bag. I gave it to him a couple of months ago.
Oh, wow, how wonderful. That's great.
Yeah, he's
That's
a nice
great.
guy,
Yeah.
Ronald Garville, Garville.
I know him.
Yeah.
Isn't he in San Francisco?
No, he's here now.
He's here now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because initially he went to San Francisco.
Yeah.
He was here, then he went to San Francisco,
he's
and
back,
then he came back. That's good. That's good.
And he has a fiancée. She's a promoter. She promotes soccer and boxing in Romania.
Oh,
His
that's
girlfriend.
wonderful.
His
Yes.
girlfriend. She's a very nice
I'd
girl.
like to meet her.
Yeah, she's a very nice girl.
Yes.
Speaking
Yeah.
of
Very good.
Romanians, my husband and I performed on cruise ships for 23 years. And our first cruise ship, we were based in Miami. And when we first joined the ship, we met so many people from Romania.
Yeah.
You know, we had people that worked on the ship. We had people that were professional dancers. And, it's just a wonderful group of people.
Yes,
Yeah.
Romanians are travelers. I tell you that.
Yeah, and they're so
and
nice.
they like to meet people. They like to be in the midst of the action. And a cruise ship, it's the best we can possibly satisfy
Perfect.
that desire.
Yeah.
So the boxer Ronald Garville, he said, Joe, you got to come out to Romania. We had a plan to go a couple of months ago, but they canceled the fight.
I remember that.
But he wanted me to go to Romania. He said, Joe, a lot of people, they want to meet you. He said, if they know that you and I are friends, they couldn't believe it. He said, he's a referee that referees so many big fights. So I said, oh, it'd be an honor to go to Romania one day.
Absolutely.
be-
Yeah, we were talking about that
Yeah.
about a year ago, in
Yeah.
fact, that you were going to go there, but things have changed,
you
and
can't
that's
cancel
all
it.
right.
Yeah, I want to see him get a world championship fight. 'Cause he's about 30 years old now, 31.
Yeah.
I hope he gets a world title fight before he gets too old.
He's that good, right?
He's very good.
Well, coming from you, I'll take your word.
There's a fighter named David Bonavides, and he fought Bonavides twice, and he knocked down Bonavides in the first fight and knocked him down. I was there, and I thought he won the fight, but they gave it to Bonavides. Then they fought a rematch, and Bonavides won the decision. He said, Joe, I want to fight him again. I know I can beat him the third time for the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when he fights again, let's go together.
Yeah, we got to do that one,
Yes,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah. Now, Shelly, you're performing Saturday night at the...
Saturday
Lola.
night we'll be back at Lola's. We had too many birthday parties for Wesley. We had a birthday party at Lola's last Saturday, and then we had another birthday party Tuesday at the German American Club because we perform there the second
Well,
Tuesday of every month.
Well, I went to that one. I was so impressed with the crowd. I mean, the whole crowd, everybody from all kinds. The floor was packed. Everybody was just dancing all night long.
All night long. As a matter of fact, we were supposed to perform 6 to 9, and the guy came up on the stage and said, "Can you make it till 10?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah,
everybody
people
was
love the music.
dancing.
We'll
It was
come and
fun.
see you, not this Saturday, because Saturday we go to the Philharmonic concert, which we
Okay.
sponsor.
Oh,
So
of course.
Which one is that?
Philharmonic.
Philharmonic concert?
Yeah,
With-
it's
with
going to
that-
be at Smith Center.
Smith Center.
Smith
That's
Center,
right.
yeah.
That's this
They're going to
Saturday?
play Tchaikovsky and Gershwin,
Oh,
and this
my
is this
husband
Saturday.
would love to be there.
So-
You know, he went to Juilliard. He studied classical
Oh,
piano.
wonderful.
So
the
he's,
best school
he's
in the
gonna,
whole world,
yeah,
I'd say,
yeah.
Juilliard.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, my
anyway, yeah.
goodness.
So not this Saturday, but next
Yeah, any
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah,
Yes, any
let us
Saturday. Yeah,
know.
Lola, because
Yeah.
we love
Oh,
music.
Yeah,
that
Lola,
would be
that's
great. That
And to
would
see
be
you,
great.
of course, now that we have the best performers.
Oh, you are so
That's-
sweet. I will
no,
be so
no, I'm
excited
just
when
telling
you
the
come.
truth. Yes.
Well, we want our viewers out there to know that this show that we have every week, I've been doing this show now. Well, Shelly and I have been together doing this show.
That's right. It's our anniversary.
Anniversary, that
yes, 1 year.
1 year anniversary.
Wow.
I've been his co-host
Yeah.
for a year.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look, he put up
Yeah.
a picture.
Yeah,
Look
1 year
at
we've been
that.
doing the show.
Aw.
And I've been doing my show for. I had a Fair but Firm show before. Everybody knows me by Fair but Firm. I had that before. Then I changed to the Joe Cortez Show for at least 10 years now. Around, give or take a year.
Wow.
You know, I've been doing. I love doing this because I love sharing our knowledge and wisdom and our friends that we bring on the show every week. And I do this show regularly. The only time I was off was when I got hit with COVID. I was out for 5 months in a hospital. But as soon as I came back with a little spark of the old flash to show you guys we still got it. Take care, you guys. See you guys next week. God bless you always. Keep your guards up at all times. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. See you next week. God bless. And thank you for being on the show.
My pleasure, my honor.